Hello everyone, I am SHERANMADEVI MURUGAN, Director of Human Resources Webinar 2023. In this webinar, we will discuss the issue of the discrimination employment due to COVID-19. Before we started, I want to thank you everyone who's participated in this meeting. It's honor to meet you all. Can I know what is the discrimination of employment due to COVID-19?
COVID-19 disease is often the focus of specialist doctors in the world. How to prevent it? The vaccination method is carried out by the government or KKM. The impact on the country and the whole world is the economy situation and the currency force. The labor force lost income because movement control was limited. The social, political, and economic discrimination equated.
It's true, even this COVID-19 breakdown, employees are facing financial difficulties, so have been a lot of the layoff happen. However, in order to survive the endemic, the company has taken proactive measures such as reducing working hours, layout foreign workers, and reducing shift hours. Otherwise, employees and workers also play some industrial relations role to keep the company from out of the control.
Now, I will answer what is the role actors in the industrial relations system. The first role is the employer's role if layoffs are necessary. There are some of initiatives that employers can do if that situation happen. Among them is to hold discussion with the employees or trade union that represent them as soon as possible regarding the layoff. During the discussion, the trade union or the employees can voice their right, and at the same time also they can give their opinion or suggestion to the employer so that this layoff can be overcome immediately. For the second initiative is offered a voluntary severance or retirement scheme with a reasonable compensation rate. With the employees receive a settlement in the form of severance pay upon termination of employment is when the employment is found to be redundant and the employment is terminated prematurely. This can prepare the employee to leave the organization and can help the employee's life a little after leaving the organization.
I would like to add other content other than what has been explained by you, which is among the statutory benefits the employees are entitled to claim is wage in lieu of notice. Employees who are dismissed without being given sufficient notice period for the termination of service can claim salary payment in lieu of notice. Notice compensation must be paid no later than the last day of termination of the service contract. This is because the right of an employee must receive a salary from the employer and the period given to the employer must be fulfilled so that the employee does not exist just like that. And the second point is entitled to claim the termination benefit. The payment of severance benefit must be in accordance with the provision in the service contract, but cannot be less than the minimum rate set under the employment regulation. For example, 10 days salary for every year of service if the employee has served more than 12 months but less than 2 years.
So, to solve this issue, will any organization that's responsible for workers' rights, can I know what they are willing to do?
Trade unions are mediators between employees and employers in resolving conflicts or issue-related works, especially those related to terms and conditions of service. Also, trade unions are established by employees or employers. One of the roles of trade union is to protect the rights of workers from discrimination by management. For example, paying employees according to religion or gender. Therefore, the trade union will act as a party that will protect the rights of workers for its members from unfair treatments. In addition, the trade union is also a representative of the workers in case of unfair dismissals. This is because when an employer dismisses an employee without a reasonable reason, the employees can voice their dissatisfaction to the trade union. This is because the trade union will voice the matter to the employer. This will cause the process to defend workers' rights to be more organized. The last is the role of trade unions is to defend the rights of workers so that they are not oppressed by employers.
That's great to hear that employees are the one of the main reason of the success of a company. Workers are the industrial of the society, bringing big income to a country. This kind of the discrimination has also had a good impact on the country as well as a bad impact. Can I know what is the good and the bad impact on the industry and the country?
Assalamualaikum, my name is SHERANMADEVI binti RAHMAN. My metric number is 8218238. Today I want to talk about good impact on society, industry and country. First, community is entitled to equal and fair protection. Second, community can voice their right, which means that most of them lost their source of income. Third, the law gives special protection and right to communities or ethnic group within a country. And last, the country become a plural country and the image of the country increase.
Yes, I am agree with your idea, SYAFIQAH. Yes, I know discrimination bring a good impact to society, industry and country. But at the same time, this discrimination also bring bad impact to society, industry and country. In my point of view, the issue of discrimination in terms of employment during COVID-19 does give announcement implication toward the society. Why so? This is because in terms of healthy, could jeopardize both our physical and mental state or condition. For instance, in the case of unjust treatment between employer and employee, could unconsciously contributed to the increasing of sudden stress level, which ultimately could cause several healthy issues like trauma and vice versa to be ended inside them. The next negative effect on the industry is cash loss. Business could incur losses due to percentage prejudice. For instance, if an employee leaves due to harassment, the business may have to spend money just for and training a replacement. Even if the person stay in their present position, the company may still suffer losses. It may be necessary to hire a productivity consultant or legal counsel to address the underlying issue that caused the poor treatment. And finally, for the country aspect, when the worker morality decline, the investment from the client will also be affected. As a result, inflation will accrue, trust among the investor will be lost, and performance will be diminished. That is why an asset of a country is not its resource but its people. A nation without its people is a nation of a living die.
That is interesting fact of the current situation that happening in this country. Before that, we end up this section. Mr. Azrim, do you want to share something?
So I'm gonna give some conclusion for this session. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Muhammad AZRIN IQBAL bin AHMAD TARMIZAN. So the conclusion is impact of discrimination of employees, productivity and health land, more evidence, need to necessity of reducing or eradicating discrimination at all its manifestations. The interpersonal discrimination worker more stressed out and more susceptible to physical health problems. However, one significant method that other can assist individuals who experiencing interpersonal prejudice is through the social support.
So that's all our webinar today. We end up this meeting. Thank you for meeting us and again nice to meeting all. Goodbye and take care.